On a late summer afternoon, we decided to spend the last of the warm weather paddling down the Mad River.
So we decided to relive the trauma a little bit here. It's a nice river though, dude.
It's pretty shallow right now, but
From the serene water to the sounds of the insects and the towering trees, we were immediately overcome with a sense of peace and relaxation.
So have you been canoeing on rivers like this before?
I've been canoeing on rivers, but this is actually one of the more narrower rivers I feel like I've been on. But I have been on several Ohio rivers before, but none of them were this pretty, I don't think.
This is great, dude. This is like the beginning of Predator or something. Like the boatman takes you through to the jungle. It's like the Predator resides deep in the jungle.
A lot of the rivers I've been on in Ohio are like surrounded by farms and stuff. So you can actually see like cornfields from the river, but this just looks like you're basically hiking through the woods. Like,
yeah.
It's just surrounded by all these trees. Super pretty.
So are you even having to steer, or is it mostly just guiding you?
I'm steering a little bit here and there just to keep it straight, but it's mostly when the water gets slightly bumpier where we get pushed around a little more and I have to do some more work. There's all sorts of trees growing here and a bunch of honeysuckle bushes, but the trees I'm noticing the most are the sycamores and the cottonwoods. And those are two trees that always love to be next to rivers. They're really water-loving trees. I'm also seeing some hickory. I saw a walnut earlier. There's definitely a part of me that would love to go on like a long-distance canoe trip. Even more than long-distance hiking, I think. A lot more, actually. But like Bill Mason shows himself going all around Lake Superior, and I don't know, doing something like that would be so cool.
Is that something we could do?
Probably somewhere.
We should do that. Where did you first hear about Bill Mason?
I think I was just YouTubing all sorts of nature videos, and I just stumbled across it. One of his films called Water Walker. Oh man, it seems so peaceful.
I remember there was a period of time where just like every month or so you'd tell me about a new nature person you found on YouTube.
Yeah.
A link to another video.
Good times. So I keep seeing all these shelf fungi growing on these logs here and there. And most of those are in the genus Ganoderma, which is where you'll find a lot of these sort of woody, hard mushrooms. And I think at least one of those was Ganoderma applanatum, or the artist conch, which has a pore surface that you can draw on just by scraping it away. So there's all these honeysuckle bushes on the banks of the river. And it's an invasive plant, but you can see why people have grown it, because it's really pretty in every season of the year. In the spring, it's got really pretty little white flowers. Right now, there's these bright red berries. And even in the winter, the plant stays pretty green for most of the season. But it is invasive, which is why you see it so prominently here.
So what does it mean exactly to be invasive, and why is it bad?
So basically it's a species that doesn't grow here natively, and on top of that it also causes harm to the ecosystem. So what that means is like it makes it harder for native species to grow. And so usually if you find honeysuckle growing, it's a sign that it's a less diverse forest.
Whoa, we can go over this? Whoa, I don't know about this. Oh.
Okay, that wasn't so bad.
That wasn't so bad at all.
That was really cool, actually. feel like the sound of crickets during the day with no other insect sounds is such a distinctly like early autumn, late summer sound. I don't know, it just gets me in the mindset where I'm really excited to see, I don't know, just the rest of the year. And like every time autumn rolls around, you have this feeling of like change is gonna happen. I'm
just always amazed that I actually look forward to the next season. At the end of every season, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot that fall existed.
Yeah, yeah. It's a nice change.
Definitely. They said that the halfway point is at like a modern looking bridge, but this one looks kind of like not modern as well, so I can't imagine it. Yeah, this must be just another random bridge.
Down the river, on the bank to our left, there was an access point, and we decided to get out and stretch our legs for a little bit before continuing on.
This is just another canoe launch point.
Yeah, this must be like, maybe this is the 5 mile point or something?
Maybe. Probably not. Our canoe's not floating down the river.
No, right? I put it on land.
It's funny how quickly a car just reminds you that you're in civilization.
Yeah, it's so easy to lose sight of that on the river.
Yeah.
When a car zooms by.
You're like, whoa. If we remember correctly, that was the halfway mark. Knowing us, we could be completely wrong. But this is actually fairly long. I guess we're doing 10 miles. Yeah.
Was that longer than you expected, or?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I think it took longer than I thought, yeah.
We paddled by a sign imploring people not to litter and reminisced about the past.
There's some things as a kid you think are like really mystical and you'll never get to do them. And canoeing and like fishing and riding boats always kind of seemed that way to me. I was like, oh man, you gotta know somebody who has got a lake. You gotta know somebody who has a boat. But it never really occurred to me as a kid that you can just go out and do this anytime.
Yeah, yeah. I remember as a kid we'd always go out on paddle boats. Well, not always, but just once in a while.
Yeah.
I remember the first time we went kayaking. It was like such a strange experience to actually control the boat on your own in that way.
Above us, cottonwoods shivered in the wind, and vegetation danced in the water currents below us.
Are we going really fast right now, or is it an optical illusion?
That's a good question.
It feels really fast.
I feel like it might be an illusion because, like, you know, when you're running, like, things go by pretty fast.
Yeah.
But you're only going like 7 miles per hour.
I guess. Isn't it funny how we live a lot of our life doing things to try and get something, but a lot of our favorite experiences, we got nothing out of it other than the experience?
Oh, yeah.
Like, this gives us nothing, right? Or I'm not gonna go home with more money or more like tangible objects, but the experience, like, that's the type of things that you hold on to and actually remember.
Yeah, yeah. There's more and more, I think, the best things to spend money on are experiences and food.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't know, every time I think I want a material thing, it ends up on my shelf collecting dust.
Oh my God.
It adds like zero value to my life. So, I'd rather be out here with a paddle. That's a paddling.
passed by the canoe livery, where we checked in with them before continuing on to our stopping point.
Okay, so this is the final portion. They said there's 5 bridges. First bridge, no problem. Second bridge, there's gonna be a spillway. He says it looks intimidating, but as long as we go over it straight, we'll be fine. He says if you don't, you're going over. 3 more bridges after that, and then they come pick us up. So.
Sounds good to me. I'm kind of excited about the spillway though.
Yeah, me too.
So I mean, just I keep getting these hints of fall, and it makes me real excited for change. I'm just wondering, like, what do you think it is about change that people enjoy? Or do all people enjoy it? Like, do you think change is something we need regularly in our lives?
I think it's just like everything else, you just need to strike a balance. But I feel like if you get too far into a rut and you don't change things up every now and then, I don't know, you just get like bored and angry, basically.
I feel like you can really easily fall into like complacency if you don't shake things up once in a while.
Yeah.
I think about the idea of like a midlife crisis. And I've always said that if you don't have a midlife crisis, you're either living life really wrong or really right.
Yeah.
Because it's like either you're so complacent that you
accurate.
don't even bother doing that, or you've got a good enough life that you don't feel the need to do that. Yeah, sometimes when you're steering a canoe, you have to like anticipate the next turn you're gonna make. So just now I had to drift the canoe a little to the left so I could make a turn right around this log. Kind of like leading your shots in Halo or something.
On a scale of yes to yes, how excited are you about eating this post-hike meal?
It's a yes. Although technically it's a post-paddling meal.
A fleet of helicopters passed us overhead, and in the river below, kingfishers dove into the water.
This area feels a little more like Louisiana now.
Yeah, I can totally see that.
Calm water, tons of
Great
wildlife.
thick vegetation. So we're coming up on the second bridge. The water's super calm right now, but we're about to go over that big spillover.
And I think we could hear the water rushing. I guess the spillway must be past the bridge though, because I don't see it yet. Oh no, I see it now. Yeah, you could tell because that dude, he's lower than the water. This is like exciting in the same way when you can see a storm coming and you can hear it, you know, but it's not to you yet. Okay, there's a sign that says danger ahead. He 100% said though you can go over it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Just want to make sure I remembered correctly. Yep, there you go. Here we go.
That was actually a lot more exciting than I anticipated. That was really fun.
Oh, there's more up ahead.
Oh.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad. That was pretty fun. It really looked like a huge drop from, from the back. As you look behind, it doesn't look that impressive.
No, it doesn't.
We paddled on, passing under the third bridge from the end.
This looks like an old railway bridge. I don't think it would be in use anymore though.
Yeah.
Looks a little too old.
Looks really cool.
There's an inlet to our left.
That's the type of place that like the bridge troll who lives under that bridge actually lives over there.
Yeah, that's like where his hut is. It's like that sort of visual where you just wonder where it goes.
Yeah. At this point, I feel like I've lived my whole life on this canoe. And that this is the way I'll spend the rest of my life.
10 miles is a long distance.
It's a lot longer than I thought it'd be.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
That means we're going slower than 5 miles per hour. Right?
10 miles take us about 4 hours. Going like a little over 2 miles per hour, I think.
It's really slow.
It's weird, yeah, it feels faster than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, doing like an inner tube all the way down this river would be really fun.
Yeah.
Just sit there, do nothing, like bouncing off of stuff.
Eventually, we reached the end of our journey on the water.
Nice trip, but I'm ready to go eat.
Yeah. It's kind of fun doing that just in an afternoon and then having the rest of the day to look forward to.
Yeah.
Canoeing down the Mad River had been a relaxing way to enjoy one of the last sunny summer afternoons of the season. We passed by fields of corn and felt a bit of sentimentality at the coming of summer's end. But until then, we'd keep enjoying the warm weather and all the good times that come with it.
Oh man, that's what I needed.
The first bite after not eating for a long time is like instant happiness.
Oh, it's so good.
It was a good trip.
Mm-hmm.